that ironic? I'm so iconic.
From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. It's been a great day of football to begin the season, and now it's time for our main event. We're off on Sunday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They run the counter with Dobbins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Slot man motioned over. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. Second and 1.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Chargers will have a first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. They stay on the ground with Vidal. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Another run for Vidal. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Brings in the kick at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Finds his man Downs. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This one finds Taylor. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Richardson to throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's on the move. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Vidal on the give. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, and our first... We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Chargers will have a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Up the middle, Vidal. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, when they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Stays in the pocket, isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. On third down, Herbert. Coleman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Colts will take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Richardson. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts start to fight back with their first points of this game. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Vidal trying this up the gut. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets this to Johnson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
offense to the line for second down. Herbert from the gun. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes and have to stay in position, and most importantly, swat that pass away.
Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. How valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts with a long ways to go for a score. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. We've got a screen to the running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Colts.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Completed to his running back. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He brings it in.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Colts take the lead just before halftime. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. Herbert now off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Herbert on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the set. They're on him again, and he goes down again. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Richardson on 3rd. Dumped off to his running back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Chargers take possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing now, Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Man in motion here. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. He's on the move. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Vidal does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Vidal. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Vidal. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown. The Chargers start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Dump off caught by his back. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. On the move, headed right. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And it ends up out of bounds. A small loss on the play, but they do, importantly, keep possession.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner, because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing now, Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The Colts are ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Vidal. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Hauled in left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Vidal running to the left. And he's tackled for a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
3rd and just 2 to go. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's caught for the 1st. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub, because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 38. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now to throw. On target to his man Taylor. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Looking to throw it. Pass complete. Screenplay. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. And he breaks the tie. That's our win of this game. Brock, touchdown! Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Lining up now to try the extra points. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He's on the move. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for Brock Huard, our incredible...